I fabricate the truth I believe in. So this is the way I want to see a portions of Bangladesh history where the most dramatic things happen with the family. They are the inception. They are the kind of responsible for giving us kind of this country. But I always had this idea of this whole in my school days, all this hegemony on Joy Bangla, these and that. There's changing of narratives and all. I had this idea what is happening, why this country is not having one story. So when I visited first time 32, remember house after got the commissioning, he kept visiting for 6 months to take notes. I can tell you 2 incidents how he got the films. We got she said in one interview, Tokipara is the most beautiful place in the world. When I landed at my cinematographer, is the most eccentric guy to work with. He said, hey brother, there is nothing beautiful.
Sorry?
Hey brother, there is nothing beautiful. Cinematographer. I said, okay, let's wait. Next year we went and incidentally it was raining. He said, this is amazing. Then we realized in the interview, this inclination to Bangabandhu and Sheikh Hasina, and the tragic things happened. There were always the rain as a backdrop. And if we see this is a delta, so we took essence of water and rain as a metaphor. So we made sure we shot over the 5 years only rain and rain, rain. And these guys eccentric, for example, we shot 14 days, entire 32, locked, full given, all possibilities of support. We just smoked up the entire building, full day, so people is even difficult to open your eyes. And flickering lights. And we shot that and Sadi said, I gave immortality to Shabdi's painting, ask him to pay us. So these are the kind of collaboration. And after that 14 days, we came out for a break. Me and Sadiq had a kind of a traumatic 5-6 days of recovery. We said, what is happening? He said, I started loving this woman. I said, who is she? She is a Renu. And we figured out one composition, so we gave him. I said, when we shoot, and interior is Renu's love. When you shoot outside is something else. So the 32 buildings, probably after the family, nobody knows better than me. I kind of scan with the macro lensing in all possibilities in every dust. And it's always in my mind, it's these women looking at me. All the women are so beautiful. I said, what's the problem with us? Why we don't recognize them for many reasons, brother. This is how it started, and then it flows.
Right. And you did mention that there was a very close creative collaboration with the music, Devuda. And
yes. In the process, can I have coffee, black coffee? I must ask, sorry.
Since he's making a request, I was wondering if it's possible for one more mic to be on the stage.
One more mic. One more coffee and one more mic.
I mean, a music director without a mic.
Look, you can see people how ambitious he is. I mean, this production, total production. You saw the end credit. Such peak end credit. Definitely, it's not for a documentary film. Okay. To me, it's always today I'm seeing it after 1 year, almost after 1 year. We have moved on, as he said, moved on. I will not forget the day. I'll come to the dramatic point of it. It's for me, Anjum, it's Shakespearean tragedy. The entire thing, how I conceived. One very important thing, that was a very dramatic thing, that he was in Germany and he's calling me. I was in my studio in Calcutta. So I was in my studio and he said, I want a song which is being loved by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He used to love that song. আমার সাধনা মিটিল আশা পড়িল সকলে ফুরায় যায় না। বাট আমরা জানি এই গানটা আমরা পান্নালালের গলায় শুনেছি আমরা গানটা। We have heard this song in a very different way. We have heard, but he said that I want some kind of folky singing. It should sound like a ballad singer, folk kid, singing the song. So I was in the studio. I was working completely different thing. I was working for something else. So I was over my phone, and the way I do it, the way I approach the stage. So I said, do you want this song to sing like Amasha Namitilo Ashana Purilo Shakori Purae Jaima Amasha Hasina. So I said, do you want some singer? Do you want me to call some folky singer to call and sing this? So he said, no, I don't need the folky singer. I want you to sing. So, but you should never trust the director.
I'm just adding to that, just quickly. See, this is very difficult job. Our editor is not here because we put her in trouble of 2 years of editing and not using anything of a loop. She's saying you are trying to write a book which is not an editor's job. So I said, you do, you get paid 5 minutes loop. She said, where did you come? I said, I don't know, whatever. And then one point of time, she was so frustrated. I said, okay, let's get to one thing. Let's make a trailer to inspire all of us. She said, this is again a weird idea. You haven't finished the edit. I said, let's make one edit. So she, out of like her whim, she made one edit. And then this music happened. And we suddenly saw, we have 3 minutes clips. And I showed it to very wonderful people and to my son. He said, amazing. And we first time realized we have to movie things. And we saw the trailer, we showed Bobby Bhai, people Bhai, they said, what is this? This is something, this is dramatic. They said, like, you're making a documentary, not movie. I said, yes, it's a documentary. What I'm trying to say, when I gave him a brief, I said, like, no, it's a documentary, let's try to make music like a fiction. It's like fooling out of it. I think movie making is a fabrication. Like, I don't want to make a hostage, but there are like tricks, fabrications, a lot of things happen.
Fabrication is the most important thing. And what he said is, Anjum, you are also a musician, you sing. So, I always know you as that. So, Anjum, it's very difficult when somebody comes and say that forget all the chapters of your... He didn't say, but it was my kind of things, that all your chapters, that you have sketched, painted all the chapters with Rituparna Ghosh, with Raincoat, with Chokir Bali, with all these things, all that you have done. Forget that. He didn't say that, but it was there in the course. That you forget that you can't negotiate with a new, fresh idea with the film. This is the first film we are doing. Not together, but this is the first film from Bangladesh that which is giving so much importance to the culmination of the entire thing and the small storylines. Small stories. Like in the Tungipara Blues. Tungipara, we lived for 6 months with Tungipara Blues. Then he said it is the Tungipara Blues. It's the music. We have named Tungipara Blues. We won't keep as Tungipara Blues. But use the guitar, use the ektar as well. Use a huge orchestration. So it is not the music that I'm doing. Actually, music is a parallel narrative.
That's right. In fact, that's something that I noticed about the film, that the music is a presence right from the beginning. And it's constant. And then when there's silence, at moments there is silence, and that also really, you notice it. You really notice
very haunting
it.
silence.
Yeah. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you as a director is that in this movie there are lots of different textures and tonalities. There is a very quiet, very personal interviews in the homes and when she's talking and remembering. And then there's all this very public footage, and that too rather grainy, rather sort of dated kind of visuals available to you. And then you have your own visuals of the countryside. And I think that the fact that you spent so much time, slow time, appreciating the beauty of the country, that the country for which so much is being, given up, sacrificed, and there's so much love being poured into it. I think that comes through in the film as well. And I was just asking you as a director, if you could talk a little. You did give a hint when you said you don't want to just make a dry documentary. You want it to be like a work of fiction. It's almost like writing a book, and you have all these chapters and you have the moods. So maybe you could talk a little bit about it.
I think that's the trick when you do advertising. Every project you try to impress your clients. So when I came to these projects, I thought everybody was surprising my fraternity. Oh, he's supposed to make a movie. Why he's doing this? Oh, okay. There's political things, probably a lot of money, this and that. I said, this is amazing project. I can do something, surprise by myself. So I talked to my office. I said, this is happening, and I feel like this is going to be very difficult for me to sustain it because I don't have any idea. And there is a proximity problem with politicians in this country. If you go to streets, you talk about, and there is every alternative conversations will come. They will give value to politicians, whatever. I feel like this whole, this flaws in our whole thinking systems and all. And I always feel like I've been working in Bombay and in abroad, so I've been working in projects and all, so I have friends and all. I had these friends, when he was in New York, now based in Bombay, so Holly artisan happened. We were doing ad business, it's very fancy, you do things, have the party, I fly. That point of time, I had this major, terribly, a very tough time being a normal, human. A trouble time of not responding to my work. It's a fact. Things comes. I started revisiting what I learned. What were different things. And all these nuances came to me. I said, there's an identity crisis. It's not so. What you see, two daughters tell for me, if you look at the music horizon, it has that, this. This is the first time I started seeing myself in words for this country. That's why if you feel like I don't know how to sing, but probably in this way it's very difficult to compete with me visiting the water world of this country. So when we started writing in the office, some lines and all, this whole idea of this complex delta we kept using, I think it's the most complex delta. We don't even know. What I realized, the southern part of Bangladesh is beyond your imaginations. When I started visiting exactly the route Bangladesh used to take to go his home, so that people don't use anymore. We made a very strange decision we exactly want to follow. So we hire, we go ahead. And it was next to next. And I had this British dude, he's a Bangladeshi born, but he's a full British. He had a lot of problems with his hygiene, these and all. He was terribly suffering. And 3 days of staying, we only realized, I from this country, I never seen this kind of field. I never saw this kind of field. And they are 100 kilometers proximity you get a river. But when he went into southern part, then I realized why Jivananand came from here. Why all the strange filmmakers, they are from that part. So there is a relation with water. And if you look at when she said a Hijal Girls, that Hijal Girls is a tiny Hijal Girls. But in one rainy morning, that Hijal Girls we shot for 4 hours. We used probably 30 seconds. That Hijal Girls we shot and the entire crew was pinned of silence. Because we made a habit of not talking. And every single person listening certain kind of music in all headphones. So you put emotional rhythms of your thinking and the weather, these and that. See, it was always a brief for studying. He's a crazy guy. He's a painter, he's an anthropologist, and he's a photographer. He has got 3 masters.
So, coming back to you as you've been listening to all your creative inputs of the team and how they thought about making this film, and how closely were you involved with the whole process? Were you kind of seeing how it was developing and giving inputs throughout, you and the other producer maybe?
We try to stay as involved as possible without getting in the way of people's creative process, because one of the reasons why we wanted him to do it was, people who's not from a very active political background, I would say. Maybe he'll contest that. Yeah, or I don't use that I don't say it in a bad way. Anyway, so I thought, okay, when we met people, we worked on a previous project with him, and I had spoken to people, and I said, like, people, I think this guy, if we can get him to spend some time with the Prime Minister, I feel like the effect that she would have on him, his sort of journey of seeing her as this very strong leader, and then getting to know her close and personal, I think this is the journey we want the audience to go through. So let's give it a shot. And people, I thought he was on board as well. So primarily at the beginning, my role was really really getting access to her, because she wasn't always a willing participant in this project. So I think you noticed that in one of the earliest scenes, she's carrying a child,
Yes.
very young child, who's my son, who was, during the course of the movie, towards the end, you see him, he's grown up. And because it took us about 6 years to do this. But what happened was, we had a couple of failed attempts. So we'd spoken and we said, okay, let's just bring the film crew over. They can sit and they can wait, and we'll try and opportunistically do this. Let's just do it once, and then we'll see where it goes. And so there were a couple of days when we didn't manage to do it, and there was one day when we were just like, okay, no, we have to do it today. And I think like people and all the rest of the crew, everybody was like, this is never going to happen. You're never going to be able to convince her. And so, I mean, I really put on my best nagging hat, and I nagged her all day. I was like, no, these guys are sitting here. Please, 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 please. And we started from the morning, and then we ended up in the afternoon. And I felt like I had made a breakthrough. I was like, you know, she was probably just tired of me, and she was probably thinking, let me just get this over and done with. But then she had a last stand, and she said, well, you know, I just put your son to sleep, and if I put him down now, I go in front of the cameras, he's going to wake up. I said, well, take him. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, take him. Take him. And she said, then he's going to be on camera. You don't want that. I know you're very private about your children. I'm like, it's fine, just take him. And I think that worked. So then she went, and then she sat in front of the camera, and you can see at one point, little Cayuse is trying to escape from the shooting. He wakes up and he's like, no, what's going on? But what Piplupai and Shaun, who's not here, he was involved in the project as well. What they did was, in that, they had a very small window of opportunity to build up a relationship with her and get her to sort of feel comfortable with them and trust them, and they did it remarkably. So I think we spent, like 6 hours trying to convince her, but then once you got her on tape, you roll for like 3 hours without that, didn't you?
I think she has this, like, oh, I can't do this. Like, and then you have to be like really playful and kind of very intense and passionate, and if she sees, then she got into things. So what happened over the 5 years of time, I kept asking same questions many times, but she always know, why you asking this? You asked me into the I said that day that emotion was not right. By the time we grew up with the relationship, like, because on the very first day I met her, I said, oh wow, okay, I let you know about Moji's daughter. So I'd rather call you up, I cannot call, like I'm feeling, I cannot call you Prime Minister every time. Let's shoot. Okay, what's your question? Okay, let's start the question. Now, because of I know the like history and these like favorite subjects, so we kept it's like nice talk. And it was like one nice talk. And then very fast I realized, okay, I need to pitch. So when you shoot to the big bodies, when you need to pitch next, what? Oh, I want you to go to no, that's not possible. On the very first day. Imagine 3.5 years later, she agreed. On a Friday. On a Friday, 4 in the morning, and this guy started saying the entire building he wants to smoke. And SSF said, okay. So by that they know these guys are serious. And we end up, I was smoking, and this one military guy came, hey man, by that, how are you? I said, nice. Was it, you have any idea, we deployed almost like 1,100 security today for you? I said, because you don't see that. I said, this is that serious. What is she the Prime Minister? You asked for it. That day, and me and Sadiq, that day Sadiq looked at, brother, this is too much. We talked about us. Entire building, they allowed us everything. See, one scene, she's coming from the stairs. He won these like a different kind of contrast. He loved that kind of haze. His camera is running, he's like almost on the last, she's coming, she's like, we had a little smoke, man. I said, security is not allowed. So this is kind of the intensity put. Because in my team and also myself, we never had any preoccupations about making a movie on Sheikh Hasina, what will happen, nothing, whatever. I thought it was an amazing opportunity. I should do it. I'm a filmmaker. I should move. I should make a movie. So whenever whichever it comes from Hasina, okay, it's my friend, the fraternity, oh, you make a movie on Sheikh Hasina. So there's a sense of rejection. Okay, Hasina, it's only 72 minutes. You watch it, please. There are like lot many things to watch. You can listen to music, these and that. This is still the pitch. I think reaching here is metaphorically, for me, we are minority in the movie. I think this is a country we live in, like there are so many sections, so many narratives. But I really tired of all this narrative. Like, we should grow up, we should start celebrating things, like, narrative, narratives, I felt like this is an amazing opportunity to put a shine on our leaders. So I worked in Bombay, like when you want to ever go to a shop, oh, they're like, these and that. Mohammed Ali I said, like, we have no leader, how about like a nice book in the showcases and all? And we are so inferior of our identities and all. I think deep down we probably need to, it's very subjective, need to agree on the fact that we have this inferiority complex of not showing our things, a leader, whoever. I'm saying, if you look at that, choose all these pictures, first thing that attracted me, how beautiful this guy. Even in that structures, in like trees and these, how beautiful, how fashionable. But we never thought that's a fashion. We never thought that women, the way they used to wear sari, those are the things started connecting as I started connecting my countries.
Right.
So if you see the usage of music, the tag or love, or everything is infused to give you a sense of what is. Yeah. Like in my office, we have this whole idea of like, if it is valuable, it's like not beyond 90s. Like, there's like all these little things we practice. I think this like whole amazing time of our inceptions of this country coming out of a linguistic emotion. I think this is the most amazing things happen in the history of these things about. So for me, making this documentary, if I go back, I think I would rather write a book which I'm not capable. Actually, I didn't see that I should write a book to tell what you are driving me to make the documentary.
I think you should. We've been talking about it, right?